All right, add this problem as the last one for your notes. I think this will be helpful to make sure you don't have any questions on the work we have for this homework. Given angle A is acute and cosine A equals 1/4, find sine of 2A, sine of 4A. So we're going to draw a picture here, sketch our triangle. We're in the A is acute, so it's a first triangle. We have angle A. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. We can find this because it's going to be the square root of 4 squared minus 1 squared, so it is the square root of 15. Now the first part I think you'll find pretty straightforward. You have the sine of 2A equals 2 sine A cosine A. We know that sine A is going to be opposite over hypotenuse, so we'll have 2 times the square root of 15 over 4 times cosine A, and we already know cosine A is 1/4. And so that will give us, we can reduce that to get square root of 15 over 8. What I really want to look at is this part B. So we have the sine of 4A. Now there's a couple ways to go about dealing with this. One way is to look at this as the sine of 2 times 2A. Now some people can look at this and they know immediately what to do, and other ones will look at it and say, so what? So just for all, let's take a look. If I said let theta equal 2A, then this would end up being sine of 2 theta, which equals 2 sine theta cosine theta. Now we can say, well, what is theta? Theta is 2A. So this is going to be the same as 2 sine of 2A cosine of 2A, which we don't need to do this substitution. We could see that right here, and we can kind of cover up the 2A. It's 2 times some angle. So we know our formula, sine 2 times an angle is 2 times the sine of that angle, cosine of that angle, and that's what this is saying. 2 times the sine of that angle, cosine of that angle. That angle just looks a little different than our normal. We already know what sine of 2A is. We just did that in part A, but we don't know what cosine of 2A. So we can come over here and say the cosine of 2A, remember we have 3 different formulas. We have 1 cosine squared minus sine squared, 2 cosine squared minus 1, and 1 minus 2 sine squared. Which of those 3 do you think we should use? I would prefer to use one that's using the given information. We're given cosine A equals 1/4, so which is the only formula that only has cosine in it? It would be 2 cosine squared A minus 1. So plug in. Cosine A is 1/4, so it's going to be 1/4 squared minus 1. So we'll have 2 times 1/16 minus 1. We can reduce that 1/8 minus 1, so we get negative 7/8. Just so it's written well. Now we can plug in the information we know. Sine 2A is, we did that in part A, square root of 15 over 8. Cosine 2A we just did as negative 7 over 8. And at this point we want to reduce, so we could say the 2 and the 8 reduce. Now we're left with negative 7 square root of 15 over 4 times 8, which would be 32. And that's how you do these type.